The 2026 World Cup arrived as the final act of a decade-long North American ambition, a continent-wide celebration across the United States, Mexico, and Canada. But on opening night, the celebration at the Azteca was met with civil unrest. Thousands of protesters clashed with riot police outside the stadium gates. Mexico won 2-0 that evening, even as clouds of tear gas drifted across the stadium concourse. The tournament's opening act exposed societal fractures that the host nations were unable to contain before the first ball was even kicked. Logistical hurdles soon followed. The U.S. government denied visas to 15 Iranian football officials, while Canada barred Ghana's captain due to an ongoing legal case in England. Fans who did cross the border faced steep financial barriers. FIFA implemented a dynamic pricing model that pushed tickets for the final match to $2 million, alongside sharp upcharges just to enter local fan zones. Tension also spilled into host cities like Toronto, where pro-Palestinian protesters gathered ahead of Canada's first match to demand Israel's expulsion from the tournament. FIFA distanced itself from these exclusions, stating it could not interfere in the national sovereignty or security operations of its host nations. Between administrative exclusions and rising street protests, the tournament became a proxy for international friction. Viewers tuning in across the host nations hoped the actual football would provide a reprieve from the administrative chaos. Instead, the 72-hour transition into the knockout stages saw the officiating system collapse, with contested rulings derailing matches. Decisions ranged from disallowed equalizers to questionable penalties. Across different referee crews, video assistant review standards appeared inconsistent, dragging out match times while fueling frustration. Faith in the system hit a low point when Lionel Messi committed a blatant foul on an Algerian defender, yet remained on the pitch without receiving a red card. To a massive wave of first-time American viewers, these errors suggested a system designed to protect star players and favored nations. Right as the stakes peaked, the tournament lost the very thing that makes sport compelling, the perception of a fair contest. This loss of trust set the stage for the largest scandal of the summer, beginning July 1st during the United States-Bosnia match. American striker Folarin Balogun was sent off for a hard foul, then illegally re-entered the field to celebrate with teammates after the match. Under Article 66.4 of the FIFA Code, the red card triggered an automatic one-match suspension, ruling Balogun out of the crucial match against Belgium. Then the Oval Office intervened. President Donald Trump placed a direct phone call to the FIFA president, explicitly asking for the red card review. A coordinated pressure campaign followed. A White House task force on the World Cup began lobbying soccer's governing body to bypass established disciplinary regulations. To bypass the automatic suspension, FIFA invoked Article 27, an obscure loophole that allowed them to put the punishment on hold, placing Balogun on a 1-year probation instead. The maneuver broke 64 years of World Cup precedent, prompting the Belgian Federation to file an immediate and ultimately unsuccessful protest. By allowing political pressure from a host nation to dictate disciplinary outcomes, FIFA surrendered its institutional independence. When the United States and Belgium met in Seattle, the match took place under a cloud of diplomatic friction. Supporters marched to the stadium with signs regarding the overturned suspension, treating a disciplinary ruling like a political victory. But the political maneuvering failed to translate into an athletic edge. Belgium dominated the American team, winning 4-1. During and after the match, the Belgian players and their federation actively mocked the American political intervention, celebrating their win with the message, "Overturn this." The lobbying effort to save a star player resulted in a heavy defeat on home soil, leaving the match feeling like a cynical spectacle. The institutional fallout was immediate. A public war of words erupted between UEFA and FIFA, with European officials accusing the governing body of crossing a red line that undermined the integrity of the game. The crisis soon reached the European Parliament, where lawmakers began gathering support for a formal ethics investigation into FIFA's ties with the White House. Former football executives joined the criticism, lamenting that the tournament had turned the sport into a playground for political power. The 2026 World Cup left a legacy of administrative exclusions, fan protests, officiating blunders, and a final, visible political capitulation. It leaves us to wonder if the World Cup has grown too massive for any single body to protect the game from the reach of global politics.